Today I want to share a story with you of something that happened to me while I was traveling in Paris. So me and my friend were touring around the Louvre, and I saw the Mona Lisa and a lot of other famous pieces of art. And afterwards I decided to leave early because I had to go back to the hotel to work remote since I was still working on that day. So I decided to grab a few macaroons from a store nearby because I needed to have the whole French experience. And I go to my bus stop and I pull out a hazelnut macaroon and take a nice delectable bite, and it was so delicious. And as soon as that happens, this woman walks up with a clipboard in her hand and she's asking me to sign a petition. But I saw on the paper it said a petition for the deaf and the mute. And she obviously muttered some things, kind of inferring the fact that she was mute. I decided, okay, I'll sign it, even though I'm not French. I'll sign it for her. So I decided to sign it, and then she's asking for a donation. To make a long story short, I give a little bit of money to her, but the thing is, the lady had reached in my wallet while my guard was down, thinking that she was a deaf, mute person who needed some help. And I can't go into all the details because it would take too long, but essentially she stole money from me when I wasn't expecting it. And later on I found out she stole $140. I had no idea how much she took because she took a few bills. I was able to get one of them back. But when I realized how much money they had took and how they had essentially just robbed me in broad daylight as I was trying to help, and as she took advantage of my kindness, I started to get so mad. And I was just thinking about how much I hated this person. And I was thinking about the revenge that I would have if I found her. Not very good thoughts. I was thinking not very nice thoughts about her at all. I don't know how I was going to do this, but these were just the thoughts that were going through my head. And they were not good Christ-like thoughts. And as I'm just in my head thinking about these things, just fuming over the fact that I just got robbed, the verses came to mind in Matthew chapter 5. You have heard that it was said, an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. But I tell you not to resist an evil person. But whoever slaps you on your right cheek, turn the other to him also. If anyone wants to sue you and take away your tunic, let him have your cloak also. And whoever compels you to go 1 mile, go with him 2. Give to him who asks you, and from him who wants to borrow from you, do not turn away. You have heard that it was said, you shall love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I say to you, love your enemies, bless those who curse you, do good to those who hate you, and pray for those who spitefully use you and persecute you, that you may be sons of your Father in heaven. For he makes his sun rise on the evil and on the good, and sends rain on the just and on the unjust. For if you love those who love you, what reward have you? Do not even the tax collectors do the same? Of course, according to the world's standards, why should I have love for them? They're criminals, they're thieves, and they literally just took money. And they don't care about anybody besides themselves. But I was thinking, I don't have any love for them. What would Christ do if he was here? And I remembered Christ hanging on the cross when he said, Father, forgive them for they know not what they do. Jesus loved his enemies. And here I was getting so mad over $140 that I lost that I was thinking such angry, un-Christ-like thoughts towards them. And I was thinking, wow, I'm such a hypocrite. I'm not even a real Christian. So I asked God to change my heart and to give me love for them, to pray for their salvation, and hopefully for them to turn around from their wicked ways because they're lost. And God changed my heart and he gave me a love for them. And I was able to overcome all my animosity and all of my ill will towards them. And then I actually thanked God for the experience because I got to experience what it really is like to have an enemy and to love them and to pray for them. I hope this is a blessing, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.